the racial disparities within sentencing for me and Eva Garcia's group. And what we found with the research is there's a common thread of racial disparities in sentencing when it comes to minorities, particularly African American and Latino men. Our research comes from an online racial disparity in sentencing from the Census Project 2005. It's based upon their literature review, and the online location is www.opensocietyfoundations.org. And so to begin with, for some statistics, they found that whites are more likely to have a higher private attorney than Latinos or blacks, and therefore receive a less severe sentence. So it's apparent that economics and social class play a huge role in racial disparities. Therefore, we think that the criminal justice advocates can work together to develop an organization in which lawmakers, or actually lawyers, are able to defend the African American and Latinos who can't afford to pay private lawyers. And this way, the state can grant them funding for the particular organization, and we can outsource it just from each state. That way, they can use the private lawyer's expertise to defend them and have a better chance of lessening their sentencing. In addition, young black and Latino males tend to be sentenced more severely than compared to white males. And so we also think it's important to develop a team to gather the research and then use the research to petition to lawmakers at the state level. And so when policies are made, they are taken into consideration and the laws will be more on an equal scale. In addition, we also believe that since Latinos and blacks are sentenced more harshly than whites, there should be an alternative for smaller crimes. For example, they're sentenced more harshly for drug offenses compared to their white counterparts. And instead of sending them to jail for something as small as possession, maybe thinking of alternatives to sentencing for people who experience disparities, such as offering rehabilitation, detox rehabilitation, treatment, counseling. So that way the state can also save money instead of using the money to incriminate. So I think that's all that we have. And it's very unfortunate that this is a issue within our society, but I believe that it's a issue that's perpetuated within our society as well. And the only way that it can be solved is if we work together, and not just the criminal justice lawmakers, but also the family members that experience the heartaches from the disparities. Because other research shows that, families are broken apart due to the incarceration and disparities amongst our justice system, and the families that are disproportionately affected by this are African American families and Latino families. And we have to be able to advocate on their behalf as a system, the families, the lawmakers, and the states, and also getting people in position who care about the issues, who have position of power, so that they can make sure that these laws are in place, and not just mentioning it once or twice, but actually following up with it, because that's what it takes. We always see the rallies on TV. We always see, people speak about it when it's a popular thing in the media, but what happens when the hype dies down? And we have to stay consistent with focusing on these areas of disparity when the hype dies down, because just due to the fact that the hype has died down, that does not mean these people aren't still experiencing discrimination. That doesn't mean the families are still not broken. That doesn't mean that they're not actually receiving help. So that's the most important thing, making sure that we stay committed to working on the issue. So we hope that you like our ideas, and it will be great if they can become more than ideas in the future. Thank you.